And welcome back to Bayou City Geeks. Thanos' snap didn't touch us, but it came close. I'm your co-host, Bobby Bear, and with me as always,
Jason Elliott.
So sorry for the long delay. I was sick for a long time.
Yes, he was. I mean, pretty much, what was it, a heat stroke?
Heat stroke, and then viral infection, which turned into a sinus infection. But you know what? You can't keep a good man down. So, we're back. We have a lot to cover. So we're gonna, as always, start off with movie news. What would you say is bigger? Disney Marvel, James Gunn, or XMen New Mutants almost getting scrapped?
Well, I think you have to. James Gunn, I think, is bigger than all of them, because the thing is now, it seems that, the tweets and everything, and this is not just a movie thing, it's a sports thing too. With the guy from the New York Mets, and there was a guy from the Oakland A's.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, they had some I think he had some racist tweets. And
racist, homophobic.
Yeah, there was Sonny Gray, from the New York Yankees, who used to play with the A's. I mean, he had some tweets that resurfaced, and they're very racist, homophobic, and I understand that you get pissed off and you lose your temper, but that's not an excuse. I mean,
no.
you cannot sit up here and put out racist and homophobic tweets, because it makes you look like a racist and a homophobe.
Yeah.
But with James Gunn, I mean, he was trying to be humorous, and if anybody knows his background like us, he started out at Trauma, which makes fun.
It makes fun of, and it pushes
boundaries.
Yeah, and that's being polite. That's being nice to it.
Yeah.
Not only that, but that was, 10, 15 years ago?
I think it was like when Twitter first started, like 06, 07?
Yeah,
maybe 08.
So it's about almost a decade ago.
But, the thing is, those tweets weren't just dug up by Gunn himself or any fan.
No, it was a conservative hit job. It was. I don't care what you say, it was. Who, by the way, the guy that dug that up, made jokes about pedophilia and rape himself.
Yeah, so, I mean, the thing is, here's a guy that, pot me kettle.
Yeah, exactly. Exactly.
So, but he saw that, James Gunn has an opinion.
He's been going after Trump hard.
Yeah, and I mean, not to get political here, but I think this guy here wanted revenge.
Yeah.
He looked into Gunn's background. He looked into his Twitter account. And this is what, this is the politics game. They look in your background. They see if you got any incriminating evidence, any incriminating, words or
tweets,
something like that.
Pictures,
said.
anything.
Yeah, and they'll come after you hard. And the thing is, but the good news is, we've been reading news that Marvel wants him reinstated. Back on Guardians 3. I think, listen, I'm not excusing what he did, and none of his cast and none of the supporters are, supporting, making fun of, pedophilia and all this kind of stuff. But it's like this. I mean, that was 10 years ago, and really, I mean, he's worked to, make himself a better person.
He has. He's worked to become a better person. He has a wife, family. Like, he's made himself a better person.
Yeah, I mean, and the thing is, look, we all say things we're not proud of. I mean, hell, he and I have done and said stuff we're not proud of. That's what makes us human, and not everybody's perfect. I mean, look at Roseanne. I mean, she's, come out with, racist tweets and everything.
But that was
very recently, yeah.
Now, if James Gunn had tweeted this stuff while he was filming Guardians, I'd understand them firing him.
Yeah.
But 10 years ago, also he didn't dress up like Hitler and pull out gingerbread Jews out of an oven, so.
Yeah, and the thing is, I mean, look, if somebody's just going to be condemned on what they say, that people don't like, then, everybody will be losing their job.
It's true. It's true. However, if Marvel cannot convince Disney, you have a ton of other companies wanting him, WB being number one.
Yeah.
And there are two rumors right now. One, that Josh Tank will take over Green Lantern Corps, which nobody wants. Nobody wants. That's just a bad idea, but then I look at WB, look at their track record outside of like Wonder Woman, possibly like Aquaman and Shazam. But also that James Gunn might be their number one pick for.
No, I would love that.
I think it'd be I think he'd make Hal Jordan like a Star-Lord light. Stewart.
Maybe kind of like Draxish.
I think more like a Gamora, because he's a Marine, he's a sniper, so he's gonna be that stone cold, serious person. Whereas Hal Jordan is not. Alright, so that was number one on the movie list. Number two is the fact that Disney finally bought out Fox.
Yeah.
Finally, for how much was it? $71
Yeah, about $71
billion. And most of it was cash.
Yeah, so hey, Rupert Murdoch, you're going to take that cash to the grave, man.
Yeah. Now, that being said, Disney has said that they might get rid of genre films, which means no more Aliens, no more Predator. I don't see Disney being that dumb.
No, and the thing is, to me, if I were Disney, I wouldn't have bought out, the entire, Fox library. I would just would have bought the stuff that they didn't have the rights to, like the Marvel characters. Because really, I think that's what they wanted in the first place.
I think they just wanted Marvel because Fox is fighting for The Simpsons because that's their number one,
It's they're probably what they're, one of their oldest properties besides Predator and Alien.
Yeah, it is. All right, so and then finally we jump to the X-Men Dark Phoenix saga and New Mutants being possibly canceled. Well, they're reshooting almost all of Dark Phoenix. Now, granted, Fox has come out and said we're not changing the movie, which is
I think they're probably trying to, maybe retcon it to the MCU.
I think so. I think Dark Phoenix should be the introduction.
Yeah, it should. I mean, because those are going to be the last releases under
Fox.
Yeah, so.
Now, New Mutants, I've heard that they have gone back and reshot about 2 to 3 months worth with a new character added in.
Yeah, they did. And I think that they got such a nice response at the tone of the movie.
Did they? Because I heard that it might get shelved.
Yeah, I mean, I heard it might get shelved, but to me, that didn't look like a comic book movie. It looked like a horror film.
I'm trying to figure out what the third character would be.
I think they said it in, but I can't remember.
Because I know that it's Wolfbane, Magic, Danny Moonstar, Cannonball, and then I'm trying to think like another and Sunspot. I think Sunspot was part of it.
Yeah.
So that was like the New Mutants. The only person I could think coming in to save the day would be Cable taking the New Mutants and making it X-Force. That's the only thing I could see.
Yeah.
Which would be like a really great ending to a horror film.
Oh hell yeah, dude! After they barely survive, and then Cable just comes in and is like, "Hey, I'm going to teach you guys how to fight."
Right.
And that's pretty much kind of like what he did in the comics, though, right?
He trained them. Yeah, he's like, "Come with me if you want to live," and I want that line in the movie. I do. All right, so let's see, what else do we got? Let me go to let's see, that's for the end. Let's see here. WB Animation's coming out with a ton of movies. We're seeing Death of Superman now, which I'll probably buy later on. They're re-releasing in November Justice League Throne of Atlantis, which I finally watched. It's actually a really good movie.
Yeah.
It was really good. They're re-releasing it, commemorative edition, 4K, with a ton of features. And obviously it's right before Aquaman comes out, which is actually a pretty smart move. You've got Wonder Woman Bloodlines coming out. You have Batman Hush coming out next year. You have Reign of Superman coming out. And really, the animation outside of like Batman Ninja, which sucked.
I didn't really like that movie either.
Oh God, it was so shitty. But outside of that, DC animation kind of knocks it out of the park.
Yeah, and the only thing is, it's like the reverse, the two companies.
Yes, I know.
You got Marvel. Marvel used to do some animation. Mm-hmm. I really like the Ultimates. Let me see, what else did they have? They had
Iron
Next
Man.
Avengers.
They had Next Avengers. They had Iron Man. They had
like the anime.
They had Doctor Strange. Yeah, the X-Men and Wolverine animes are actually pretty badass.
Yeah,
those are actually pretty good.
And the thing is, but it's like their movies. Just knock it out of the park. Animation, they haven't really focused too much on. With the movies or anything like that. But their series, and now that Spider-Man series on Disney XD, you need to be watching that.
I know I need to. That I know. I do want to see, because coming out later this year, we got, Spider-Man Into the Spider-Verse, which looks amazing.
Oh, yes.
And then something we'll get into a little bit with Venom.
Oh, yeah.
What else? So we've got Throne of Atlantis coming out. We got Batman Hush coming out. Batman Hush is one of my favorite Batman storylines.
Yeah,
that was just a really good story arc. Let's see here. What else? Disney will reportedly release Fox X-Men movies that are completed or in production at time of acquisition. New Mutants and Dark Phoenix. That's about it. Because they have said Deadpool will come over, and so will Cable. So I want to see how they do Cable being Cyclops' son. They've got to, because MCU does it pretty by the book.
Yeah, and the thing is, they'll add or delete things to it, to make it fit.
True.
Just like, Age of Ultron wasn't a beat for beat, adaptation, but it worked for
But it was pretty close, exactly.
And, Civil War, they couldn't have all the heroes, in it, but it was pretty much the Avengers team, fractured.
Exactly. It was pretty much Civil War, just on a much smaller scale.
Just give me an X-Men versus Avengers. That's all I want.
And we might see that. It'd be awesome. But it won't be like old Avengers. It'll be like the new Avengers that we're going to see after Avengers 4.
But it's still going to have, a lot of the same beats, just with different characters.
Exactly.
That's what it's going to do.
Man of Steel 2 is still in
pre-production?
Oh, limbo hell, really.
Oh.
They can't figure out what to do. Henry Cavill wants to come out soon. They're working on Shazam now. Or that's coming out.
Shazam looks awesome.
Shazam and Aquaman both look amazing. They both really do.
I think I like Shazam more just because I'm such a big Guardians fan, and the tone of that movie is not so super serious. It's more like
it's not serious at all.
No, it's like like Guardians. I
mean, it's
that irreverent tone. Zach Levi looks great.
Zach Levi looks fantastic. Which everyone was giving him crap for having the padded suit, but first off, everyone has a padded suit on pretty much.
Yeah, even if you do work out.
What's
his name? David Harbour even said as much as he worked out for Hellboy.
Yeah, he still has a padded suit on. Yeah. It's just
Ron Perlman. I mean,
but I mean, Zach Levi is a very underrated actor.
Yeah,
and so I hope this is a really good breakout for him.
And I've met him before in person. Awesome dude.
Yeah,
loves geek stuff.
Yeah.
So the thing is, hey, I'll be there opening weekend.
Same here. Zach, give us a shout out. So instead of Man of Steel 2, we're getting Supergirl, which I'm good with. Because Wonder Woman was amazing. Wonder Woman 84 looks amazing.
Yeah.
I can't think of the guy that's from Narcos is being cast as probably Maxwell Lord, which.
Oh, you mean the lead guy, or?
Yeah. He was also the Viper on Game of Thrones.
Oh yes. Can't think of his name right now. But
I know.
Hey, you know what? Maybe Wonder Woman will break his neck.
Hopefully.
Yeah.
Or he comes back later on in like a third movie. But I think Supergirl movie will do great with the right people behind it. The show's doing amazing.
Yeah, and the show has gotten pretty amazing.
It really has. It's probably like my second or third favorite.
Yeah, I go Flash, Legends of Tomorrow. We'll tie with Black Lightning, for second place on my list. And then, Supergirl, then Arrow. I mean, Arrow seems to be kind of like that. It seems to be just repeating, kind of like you got the big bad,
right?
And you got, and then they keeps repeating, save this city. I mean, and that's no disrespect. I mean, it's just like, I read an article on IGN about how they should change, the tone of the show. And, it's kind of like, after last season,
right?
That was the time to kind of do it,
and I don't think they're going to do that. For me, it goes Legends of Tomorrow, Black Lightning, Supergirl, then Flash, then Arrow.
Now, speaking of Flash, they some pictures leaked online that really got Grant Gustin pissed off, and that they're saying that he looks too thin in this new suit.
And
he's a thin guy.
He's a thin guy to begin with. Don't body shame a thin dude for being thin. Everyone's like, oh, you should eat more.
Well, I mean, shit, he does, but, other factors.
He's the Flash.
You got stress, you got, and plus he's probably what they call in the fitness world a hard gainer, which is, his metabolism is so fast, it keeps him from, gaining any weight.
Because he actually released a picture of him, flexing, and, see, I have muscle, but also, he's the Flash. He should be thin.
Yeah, I mean, he has a runner's body.
He has a runner's body. He really does.
No, he could put on 20 pounds, something like that.
He could, but
he's not Superman.
Exactly. He's not.
And it's always and it's always been that. Hey, this guy here, his metabolism is so quick.
Mm-hmm.
He's got to eat to
As I drop my notes, yeah, he has to eat 6,000 calories a day just to maintain a normal body. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Now this. Oh God, I wish I could go to this. Marvel Studios is planning the MCU Film Festival, which goes
later on this month.
August 30th to September 6th. It will be all 20 MCU films broken up into 4 movies a day. Now, what you will get is they're doing this in two different ways. The first way will be in chronological order, and then you will get the origin movies and team-ups. Now, this will also be the first time that Iron Man, Captain America First Avenger, and the Incredible Hulk will be seen in IMAX. So really, I really want to go see the First Avenger in IMAX. I do.
Yeah, I wouldn't mind doing this if I didn't have a job or something like that.
If I didn't have a job and if I had just money to I would totally be there. Like what? That's what, 4 movies times 2. That's what?
8 days.
8 days. Well, 8 days. That's no, but per day, that's what, 8 hours.
Yeah, 8 hours of your day. That's a work day, folks.
It's a work day. And you know what? I would be so down for it. Gal Gadot is in Wreck-It Ralph 2.
Yeah.
What was her character again? I forget.
She plays a racer.
Yeah, so that looks pretty cool.
You know, with a slaughter race or something like that.
Yeah. Slaughter, that's her name. Yeah. Ben Schwartz will be playing will be doing the voice of Sonic the Hedgehog. I kind of dig that.
You know what? He is just a voice acting king now, man. I mean, he's on DuckTales.
He's on DuckTales, yeah.
And he's on Rise of the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles as Leonardo.
That's right. So, but Ben Schwartz is really good. He's a good actor.
Yeah, I mean, I like him too. Jean Ralphio.
Yeah.
And he was Clyde Oberholt on House of Lies, which I think kind of ended. I mean, wow, I was surprised that it ended so soon, but really good show.
Which I know. Yeah, I heard it was. Let's see, Power Rangers sequel is in early development. I liked the first Power Rangers. It was a cheesy film, but it was good.
It was good. I mean, we reviewed it, of course, and we had some flaws with it, especially the way the Zords looked. Goldar, not being, Goldar, that like we all know and love. Yeah, just like gold, mindless monster.
Yeah, I mean it was for Zord.
Yeah,
which I kind of got. But it was still, yeah.
And the thing is, no power, no power up move, for the Megazord.
But I'm sorry, like when the Zords came out and they were playing the old theme song, 14-year-old me was just.
Yeah, and they need to have a new Power Rangers theme song. I mean, I think that get Aaron Waters, the Mighty Raw. You can get those guys back. I mean, I'm pretty sure that they'd be up for it and create a new thing.
No,
yep.
Yeah.
But it's good, though, that Hasbro sees that, hey, this Power Rangers movie has legs.
It did, well, because Power Rangers is making a comeback.
Yeah. And it's like, they've come out with a lot of toys. Morphicon, is happening, I think, this month.
We can't let anything die. We have to keep bringing it back.
Well, and also, they have so many series on right now. I mean, ever since Power Rangers, almost, kind of returning to the height of his powers. Even more so now, we have this thing, nostalgia where we have all these older series coming back. You have all the older actors.
True.
You got the 25th anniversary.
Yeah.
Too, with Jason Fount, Jason David Frank, who's, just been pushing Power Rangers.
He's been the driving force behind Power Rangers.
Yeah, and for a while, he didn't, he wasn't in any of the, with the exception of Forever Red in 2003. He kind of let it die. He kind of tried to move on to some other things, but, when he had his MMA career back in 2009, that's when he really started hitting the convention circuit and kind of getting those memories back.
Kind of realized, this is a great cash cow.
Yeah, and hey, if you're gonna be remembered, hey, at least it's for something.
Being a hero. Now, so I don't want to bring this up just yet, but I want your take on this. The Academy Awards doing best popular or best blockbuster film. I'm kind of annoyed with it.
Well, the thing is, they need to do something. They do need to shorten the show.
Well, they need to shorten it. No ifs, ands, or buts. I mean, it's 3.5 hours long, almost 4 hours. But my problem here is the fact that they're doing this to kind of placate the fans who go, wait, what movie was this? I never heard of this film. Yep, Black Panther makes $700, $1 billion.
Yeah, and it's not, and it's not recognized or anything like that. And
I'm also still for the fact that there should be a stuntman award. If you have best makeup, people who are putting their lives on the line, these probably should have
and who have died.
Past. Deadpool 2.
Yeah, the guy from what do you call that? Return of the Living Dead. He played the lead punk.
Yeah.
Yeah, he died in a stuntman accident. I
mean,
Did he really? There's been a lot of cases.
You've had a lot of cases where stuntmen have died because they're doing dangerous stunts.
Yeah, and I'm taking stunt classes here myself, and the thing is, you have to be careful, and even if you are careful, things will go wrong. It's just the nature of the business. You don't have a 0% fatality rate.
No. Chris Pratt's Cowboy Ninja Viking movie is delayed indefinitely, which sucks because that movie sounds amazing.
Yeah. Based on a comic book.
Marvel movies will no longer be released on Netflix after Captain Marvel because we're going to get the Marvel or Disney
streaming service. Yeah, which, you know what, they're already creating a lot of content for, especially with the Star Wars. And leading into that, Jon Favreau's Star Wars rumored to begin production in October, and it's going to cost $100 million for 10 episodes. So that is $10 million per episode, which really, if you think about it, is how you can do a Star Wars.
That's the only way you can do a Star Wars film.
Especially live action.
Yeah, exactly. Let's see here. We're not going to jump into TV just yet, but so I have been a huge fan of Kingsman. I loved the first one. The second one was a surprisingly good sequel.
Yeah.
So now we're getting word that
it's gonna be like it's gonna spin off and.
Well, we have two. Apparently, there are two movies they're planning. The third one would be
prequel.
Well, actually, I thought it would follow.
Oh, a continuation.
Yeah, would be a continuation.
And then the other one is gonna be
a World War One prequel, which I absolutely love.
And it's gonna show probably how this organization all came
together.
Exactly,
because that's when it formed. Was in World War One, which would be amazing. Let's see here. Jumping off movies for just a bit, Cloak and Dagger got a season 2.
Love the first season.
I am halfway through it, and I'm loving it. I'm also halfway through. I'm actually more than halfway through Punisher. Finally.
And it stars a former Power Ranger, Emerald Lahana. She was in Dino Thunder, Yellow Ranger.
Who was she in the show?
She is the cop who helps him out.
Oh, yeah,
I didn't know it was her either. Until I saw the cast, I looked on the cast on IMDb. I'm like, oh, that's her. She's really really changed. I mean, she was possibly about 19, 20 when she was on the show. So yeah, she's about 34 now.
10 years will do it to you.
Yeah.
We are actually getting kind of a treat with Netflix this year because we got Luke Cage season 2, which was better than season 1. We're getting Iron Fist season 2, which my friends over at GHD said was a million times better than season 1, which that comes out. Have said.
Yeah, Marvel is going to do a better job with season 2 because the thing is, you have to understand, season 1, trying to get things together. I had talked to Finn Jones at Comic Palooza here in town, and he said he only had 3 weeks to train to really learn everything. So that's not enough time. And now that season 1 is done, he said that he has a lot more time to train and get comfortable with the character, read up on the history and whatnot. So it did look much better.
It looks ton better.
And September 7th, which also is when the Spider-Man PS4 exclusive video game comes out.
I want that game so badly.
I'll probably be, getting it.
I know you will be. I'll be borrowing it from you.
Come on, dude. I mean, the thing is a Spider-Man.
Oh,
it looks awesome.
Insane. It looks and once again, one of my friends from GHE, Travis, the editor over there, he played it and he said it was just mind blowing.
Yeah.
But we're also getting Daredevil season 3 this year with Bullseye. Now, will it be the Born Again storyline? I think it's leaning towards that.
Yeah,
minus the Karen Page being a heroin addicted hooker.
Yeah, and possibly being a porn star.
Yeah. Iron Fist, we are seeing his mask, which I'm conflicted on the mask. I'll put a picture up. It looks
kind of like the comic book version.
It looks like the comic book
but it also kind of looks like
a helmet.
Yeah, and almost like Trial of the Incredible Hulk, Rex Smith. His Daredevil.
Yeah, that's true.
which was the inspiration for the season 1 black costume.
Yeah, it was very true. Birds of Prey, we don't have any solid casting yet, but it will be Harley Quinn, Black Canary, and Huntress saving Cassandra Cain from Black Mask, which I am all for.
Let's just hope that Gail Simone has a very big voice on this movie
because
she I started reading Birds of Prey, I want to say about 3 years after it was released, and I just loved it. I mean, the thing is what they did with Batgirl was awesome.
Gail Simone's an amazing writer to begin with.
Yeah, and so the thing is, she has to have some sort of consultant role, and I mean, and not just one where it's just consultant in name only, just a title where they go to her. Hey, Gail.
I want her on set.
Yeah, or give her a writing credit. Give her a crack at the script. I want her in the writing
room. Go, no, that's not Black Canary. Yeah. That's not. I want her in. Oh, and Barbara Gordon will be Oracle in the movie, not Batgirl. So that should be interesting. Yeah. Jumping back to CW real quick, we're going to be a little jumpy. We're kind of rusty, shaking the rust off of the episode, so Ruby Rose has been cast as Batwoman.
Yeah, great casting. Perfect casting.
I think it's perfect casting. She is absolutely, I think she's perfect for it because I saw her on Jimmy Fallon, I think, and she was like, finally I get to play, an LGBT hero.
Yeah.
That's out. It's not like she's, in the closet. She's,
Yeah, I mean, I've seen her in the Triple X movie, the one that had Vin Diesel in it, where he came back, Return of Xander Cage.
I actually kind of refuse to see that one.
No, it's good.
Was it?
Yeah. Donnie Yen? Oh, boy, he's awesome in that movie.
Yeah, I know Donnie Yen's awesome, but it just seemed like 10 years past his...
For me, it was like... Sort of,
it was kind of like, for me, like, when I saw it, I was like, kind of going to, like, the back of the fridge and finding milk from, like, 2 months ago after it went bad, and you're like,
Yeah, I probably didn't do very well, but I mean, I liked it. I mean, I saw it, and she's in that, and she's on Orange Is the New Black.
Yes,
she was on that. So I mean, she's pretty good, and I think she'll do this role justice.
I think she will too. Speaking of which, also, CW has said that they have no plans to cancel any of the Arrowverse shows.
Why would they? I mean,
there's a reason to. It's like them coming out saying, we have no plans to cancel Supernatural in the future. Why?
Yeah, I mean, it still gets good ratings. I mean, fans flock to those actors. I mean, if you ever go to Comic-Con and you go to like one of the hotels and you see these guys, fans mob them like crazy.
Which, by the way, I actually saw the last Supernatural season. I binged it. Mm-hmm. That's kind of how you have to watch Supernatural now. Like, week to week, it might be a little really slow. Yeah. But if you binge it, really good.
And that's, great storytelling. They set things up. They kind of, tease and tantalize. You got to come back next week. So.
Yeah. Now, we did see the trailer to Teen Titans.
Well, Titans as they're called.
Or Titans.
You know what? I'm going to reserve judgment, but the thing is that trailer was kind of off-putting. Fuck Batman and all this kind of stuff.
And granted, I get that this is probably like right after he left Batman, so if you go back and read the comic books, Dick Grayson was very, sour at Batman, was very upset because Batman just kind of, when Dick said, I'm going on my own, Batman just said, fine, screw you, I get it, but I don't see Dick Grayson saying that. That was more of a Jason Todd moment.
Exactly.
Also, now, when we do as we judge the Titans trailer, we are not judging it on anyone's skin tone.
No.
I don't like the fact that they put curly hair on Starfire.
Well, I mean, she does have sort of curly hair in some of the iterations.
In the George Perez iterations, but ever since then she has straight hair.
And really, George Perez and Marv Wolfman are the quintessential.
True.
So,
but like when you see the actress with her straight hair, I'm kind of like, that's Starfire. Yeah. The curly hair just looks weird on her. It looks like a wig. They should have just kept her natural hair. But the hate she got. And you know what? I'm probably going to reserve that for my soapbox at the end of this episode. But we do have Doom Patrol, and we have Jovan?
Yeah, Jovan Wade.
Jovan Wade cast as Cyborg in Doom Patrol, which will be part of Titans. So is he on the Doom Patrol and then joins with Titans? Maybe.
Possibly, because I mean, Cyborg is a huge part of Titans.
He is a huge part. He is like the heart of Titans.
Yeah, and the thing is now, we're getting to that point where we're gonna have multiple actors playing the same character.
True, because we have Cyborg on the movies, we have Cyborg on TV, we have
the Flash.
We have two different Flashes. We have Ezra Miller, which that is supposed to start filming in February. We'll see, because apparently Fox said Gambit is dead. No matter what Channing Tatum says, Gambit is dead. And
that sucks too. But but you know what? MCU.
Exactly. Maybe we'll get him in the X-Men, which would be nice.
Hopefully, yeah. And the thing is,
you get a good heist film and you have a good film.
I wonder how they're going to explain, these multiple actors. Maybe, and they got the 52 Earths, and this is
the multiverse.
Yeah. So the thing is, they have to say, okay, this is the Cyborg of Earth so and so. I wonder what the movies are. Are they Earth 1 or they Earth 2? Nobody's really come out and said that. So
I think they're actually like Earth 31.
Really, the movies?
I think so. I think someone did the math on that. But yeah, you have like Grant Gustin and Ezra Miller. You'll have Supergirl in the movies. You have Melissa Benoist in the TV shows.
And then you have this upcoming Supergirl should it get made. And
then you'll have. I'm sure.
Well, that's Earth 38.
Yeah.
So the TV show is Earth. Well,
the TV show is Earth 1, and you have Earth 2 and Earth 3.
Yeah, and then you have whatever Earth.
Black Lightning's on.
Yeah. Because he's not in the Arrowverse.
No, he's not in the Arrowverse
Yeah.
or Supergirl verse.
Yeah.
So we'll see.